We're live.
Oh, we are live. Sweet. Well, I mean, we are. Oh, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
we're live. What an intro.
Yeah, today we have On the Spot versus UPS, and joining me today is Red Panda.
How's it going? We've waited about a week for this match. It's been rescheduled and just like within the past 2 days figured out. And we finally got On the Spot versus United Postal Service. Or I think that's what their name is. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
So, and
Gonna
not
be a good game. Good game.
Yeah. So we got the runners up from last year. They made 2 roster changes since then. And then we got the 3rd seed team from last season as well, who has made, I think 3. They originally made 2. But if anybody's watching that was wondering for a while, we just figured out today that Henry is indeed all right. Everybody's been wondering about Henry, but Henry is indeed all right. He joined on the spot chat. He's doing amazing. Throw some love his way. He just got a new job. But to get into this, what do you think about the matchup, man?
I am excited. It's going to be a good game. Obviously, OTS, exciting team. Last week, I think we saw, what was that? Oh, no, this is, I'm thinking of the Senna Wukong we saw bot lane. But Zealot, Nikolai, JT Ripper, some veterans back in the league for season 2. And is this both teams' first game?
Yeah, this is both team first game. I don't think we saw. I think we might have saw one preseason game from OTS.
Draft started, by the way. We have a Victor ban coming out on the side of UPS with a Kane ban for OTS. So looking like they're going to throw some bans at Mailbox, followed by a Seraphine and Udyr ban, with Kane and Viego quickly following behind that.
If DraftLink's not going through, but we do have a special guest. It is the one and only Henry.
Hello.
Henry, my friend. We'll get to just 1 second. We'll get to you here in just a minute. But we do have a rel pick going through for UPS. This is not a shock whatsoever. This is Runtato's favorite pick. It's the one he practices the most. So that is just a given that they're going to pick that. On the side of UPS, they're also putting some heavy bans into Nikolai. So we'll see what they pull out in the mid lane. Should be an interesting matchup between him and Tia.
Yeah.
Taking just a minute. The Tristana. That could be going either way. Nick is actually a former ADC main. So between him and Goner, I think actually Goner's going to be playing mid lane. So that probably will go towards Nick, but I know that both of them are ADC mains as well. So either mid or ADC could be flexed either one.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I'm curious to see what's going to come out on the side of UPS. Maybe a Kaisa with the Rel, the classic combo. Someone that can just dive into the back. And we see the Olaf coming out for OTS.
Yeah, and for Pod's one of his favorite champions, actually, Olaf. I know he throws a lot of practice into that in solo queue. He really enjoys the champion. Yeah, I think he actually played it during the preseason, but I'm not actually sure if that's what he played during the preseason. But definitely a very big comfort pick for him. So if I was anybody, though, just to spice it up, one of the champions that does activate Samira really well is the Rel, but we are actually going to see the Hecarim, very highly contested pick for an answer to the Olaf. And Mailbox does play quite a bit of Hecarim. It's not one of his top 3 champions. Obviously, we saw him target ban. No, they're actually going to go with the newly reworked Rammus.
Bam!
Rammus just got a rework, too. His ultimate is now a big-ass dash in the air, and he smacks down on you.
To be honest, I'm excited for this. I haven't seen much of it, but I think the Rammus here is actually pretty good. I mean, you already have Rel and Ramus, so I'm curious to see what is picked inside and like on the side of damage coming out for UPS.
Yep, and it looks like they are pulling out the Kaisa for Drought. We're just waiting for a lock-in. So, yep, Kaisa, S tier ADC. Very, very good. I know a lot of ADCs really practicing her up, including some of the ADCs in the league. I know I've been trying to get her into, my rotation very heavily. Also, Rel, very heavy CC, so really activates her with the plasma stacks.
What do you want to see come out on the side of OTS here?
I would like to see probably the Swain if they do anything. I think if they're still flexing that Tristana, they don't want to give up one of JT's best picks. And his best pick by far is Swain, but we'll see if they decide to answer by just like picking John's top laner. And it looks like they are going to pull out the Swain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I swear I wasn't there for any of their draft talk.
No, we actually, come to think of it, we did a mock scrim versus I did myself, Complex, a few other people, Intensify, I think Nami, Melissa, I love you, her, I don't know the name, but it's kind of linear to what they ran then. What do you think these bans are going to be?
Well, it looks like everybody calling Tia a very big LP Bandito clone. They're going to get rid of the Vel'Koz. I expect them to probably either get rid of the Darius. I know John plays that champion a lot. They were targeting a lot of mid lane bans towards Nick. I don't think that they know that Nick and Gnar are able to play both roles. So I don't think they're going to throw any more mid lane bans. They could try and throw some top lane bans. They are going to go with the Yone. I haven't looked too much in Gnar, so he might be a Yone player. We'll see.
Yeah. And I don't know if they'll actually ban out a Darius. Fun fact, we played it just in the scrim. They let Darius come through, and Zealot, I believe, picked Yorick into it. So maybe he's got a counter. Maybe there's an answer if it is left up and picked.
Yep, but it looks like, yeah, 2 classic LP Bandito picks are actually going to be taken away. It's actually really cool to me because I actually haven't seen Tia play much. So I think that they obviously did try to find someone very close to LP Bandito, who was really impactful for their team last season. And it looks like they are going to get rid of the Talon, maybe?
Yep, we got the Talon hover.
Oddly enough, I don't think Talon would be very impactful in this team comp, even if he was there. Like,
I don't know. Maybe they're just taking away a little bit of comfortability. And he does kind of have good wave clear if he's not put behind. So he can just, if Mailbox wants to roam a lot, he can't roam if his mid's getting pushed in constantly.
Yeah, I think it's kind of crazy, actually, the Mailbox is playing Rammus. It doesn't really seem like someone the Mailbox would play. You know, he's usually known for his Kayn, his Kha'Zix, and his, Viego. Really impactful champions. But it looks like we are going to get the Zed coming out in the mid lane. Looks like they might have to answer with... hopefully, Swain can get fed. They have a lot of AD, but it looks like also the Sylas can be picked in the mid lane. I was waiting for this one, too, after, Perks pulled that out in the LCS. I'm sure a lot of people are really excited to see how that works out for them.
Yeah, I think I saw something that Swain top was actually pretty good overall. I don't know with Vlad coming through where each one is going. Well, it's got to be a Vlad top, yeah?
I think it's a Vlad top and a Sylas. We saw Sylas top in a preseason game versus DeBabies. I can't completely remember the team. I think it was INT. But yeah, it was INT versus DeBabies. So we did see the Sylas top there, but I have to ever so assume that it is going to be a Sylas versus Zed. A lot of actually really good ults for Sylas to steal on the side of OTS, so should be kind of interesting. I think the main ones you should be looking at are probably the Swain Olaf. But...
yeah, absolutely. The Cho'Gath to round it out. What do you think looking at the drafts now?
I think OTS actually plays a lot towards their big strengths. Obviously, you have JT on his Swain and Tristana. For Nikolai, he's going to be very impactful on that champion. But I'm not sure about, like I was saying before, the Rammus pick on UPS. Like, Mailbox is really known as that big carry-oriented jungler, and we got him on a tank here. It's going to be the first time we play with UPS, so maybe they've been really focusing on trying to play through Tia and Drought and seeing how that would work out for them. But also, Zuko, super known for things like Poppy and things like that. I'm kind of surprised a little bit they didn't go in that direction too, with trying to get that carry jungler and then the Poppy, because they were always really known for playing towards that top side. But it's pretty even. If I had to say, OTS plays a lot more towards their strengths, I feel like, than UPS. But UPS's comp is nothing to laugh at, though.
I would actually kind of disagree. I don't mind the Rammus pick here. You're going to have some sort of lockdown for the Tristana if you do get on top of her. You are building Grievous into your kit for Olaf, Swain, even Cho'Gath. And Zed, he won't be able to one-shot you with all of the, with the armor, hopefully. Knock on wood. So I don't mind the Rammus pick at all. I don't think they can get behind, because if OTS gets ahead, just the champions that they have, it'll be pretty hard to shut it down, I would like to think.
Yeah, I think something also to note from OTS is that they're a very heavy AD comp, with Swain being one of those champions that is their AP, and that has to be going over to JT, right? So that is going to be your support. Obviously, Swain support can do a lot of damage, but that's your only source of AP really right now.
Yep.
So,
and I would agree.
Very mixed damage able to come out from UPS, especially having very heavy damage from the Kaisa, and Silas and Vlad being very heavy AP carries. So, like I said, I think that UPS has the better comp. I just think that with the people that they have on their team, they're playing, interestingly, through more on the side of their bot and mid than they are through their jungle top, which is what we know them for.
Yeah, hey, to be honest, bro, you can carry on Rammus. If they auto attack you, they basically just kill themselves. So it's weird. You get taunted, you auto them, and then there goes 3/4 of your HP bar.
Nick,
it's weird.
Are you commentating your own video?
Nick? I'm not Nick. But
Gasp.
anyway, didn't forget about you. I really didn't get into it with you, man. Henry, you joined in here. I definitely want to hear some words for you, man. So many people in this league have been worried fucking sick about you. Tell us what's been going on, man, because I'm super happy for you.
Well, I got a really good job, and it took me away from the league. Beforehand, I was furloughed from work. I was guns-ho. Here we go. Especially in the ADC perspective of on the spot. This one in particular, I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. I feel a lot for on the spot, but Mailbox and their mid laner Vladimir. That's gonna be like their win condition, right there.
Yeah.
If these guys don't get ahead, then game's over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like I said, it's kind of weird. Mailbox is kind of your reliable source for getting really far ahead. He's by and far the best player on their team, if not the best jungler in this league. A lot of people can't argue that. But as I'm looking at chat, Henry, if it makes you feel so warm inside, I am seeing some loving messages towards you.
Yeah, they fucking better be.
Make sure you hit up Henry's DM. He's gonna be making some
me,
really
boy.
good. Yep.
And then there goes all the loving messages.
Nah, I see them all.
The hateful messages, but
what if Mailbox just knows something that we don't?
I think
Oh,
Mailbox will still do well on the Rammus. Like, he's a really good player, and
Yeah,
he can
I
make
like
it
the
work on
pick.
anything. But just like, it's kind of interesting to think that he would want to go towards the Rammus. I think that it shows that, you know, Mailbox doesn't think that his team has to play around him all the time, and I feel like it's really good that he is putting faith in the other players on his team. Drought, nothing to be laughed at. I haven't seen Tia, but obviously Zuko, really good player too. Like, you know, I think he's just passing on the torch.
I would agree with that. I mean, Rammus obviously being the anti fuck you champion for AD, but they have some very strong AP champions on their team.
Yeah, the one thing that I'm going to like find interesting is the only lane he's really going to be able to gank. Yeah, you have setup in bot lane. Good luck ganking a Zed. So you're either playing towards your bot or your top, and then the other thing that comes into play is, are you going to be able to out jungle early game? Because that's what's going to probably decide the game, is how strong the early game is against Amphipod on Olaf.
Yeah, I brought this up before, before the game actually had to be canceled and rescheduled, is that I'm actually really interested in the Mailbox versus Amphipod game. Being on a team with both of them, talking to both of them. Their playstyles are very different, but in this kind of environment, actually, I think that their playstyles are going to mesh a little bit. Like, they're going to be very similar. Because Amphipod, to me, is very known for his pathing, for how well he controls the map, for how well he controls objectives. And Mailbox, to me, I feel like is a kind of opposite. It feels like he kind of leaves those objectives aside during the early game. He just tries to get good ganks off, tries to get everybody ahead, including himself. Very high resource, but in this one, it seems like they're probably both going to go that way. I'm really actually excited to see Mailbox do this. It's kind of outside of the norm for him.
Yeah, and a couple people commenting on the rework. I have no clue what the rework is, but I'm excited to see what he can lay down.
All right, so basically the rework is Wild Rift introduced a new style of Rammus. Before, his ult was completely different. Now his ult is a AoE like dash down. He dashes up in the air and slams down. I think if you're in the center, it knocks up, and if you're on the outside, it just does damage. It could be true damage. I cannot remember exactly, but it's mostly just his ult that has been changed at the current moment. I've seen a lot of people play it when I've been playing solo queue, obviously, because new rework champion. But nothing too different has changed. He still has his taunt. He still has his spin, all that good stuff. So just the ultimate's changed.
Okay.
And we do have Henry leaving. Everybody message Henry. All right, this man's going to be making some insane money. If you want your Gun Goddess Misfortune skin, you know who to contact.
It's basically JG Wentworth, 877 cash now.
And he was on a team with someone named JT.
Yeah, true. And we are getting into it. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm insanely excited about this game, actually. I'm glad that we are actually able to fill the content during the 3-minute break. It's actually kind of impressive to me. Usually some people have a little bit of trouble, but thanks to Henry, you gave us a whole 5 minutes of content.
But I am starting to get in. We're getting in there. I'm sure we'll be syncing up soon.
Yeah, currently just loading in. If I'm looking at some of these champions, yeah, it does look like actually the Garner has quite a bit of experience in the Zed. He's got about 500,000 points into it. Obviously, mastery isn't everything. But it seems like he actually is kind of proficient on the champion alongside...
I'm at 15, 16, 17, 19,
percent?
20.
Like percent? I'm not even loaded in the game yet.
25, 26. Yeah.
Give me a second.
Oh, baby.
I am at 34, 35, 36. Oh, it looks
right,
like
you're good,
we're actually
you're good.
going to get an early invade. Oh, the Olaf slowing down Rentato's rel. We might have to see a flash here. Oh, the knockup coming on the rel. Pull in, and that is first blood going to JT Swain. Already 50 seconds into this game. Rune gets caught out in that bottom tri-bush. 5-man invade. Sorry I was a little bit late on that, but wasn't actually all caught up.
Yeah, but the one thing is, what if they didn't level up the oh yeah, maybe I guess the W was broken. I was gonna say they could just W over the wall, but maybe just couldn't get it off.
Yeah, I think that he was in the middle of maybe getting it up. I think he might have had the spell shield break on there. It's really weird. Every time I've played with Rune, he does actually get the swap between the horse form and the regular form, the armored form. But I think it's weird he didn't flash over that wall and just gave them the first blood.
Yeah, if anything, he would have costed them to have to flash over too, which maybe it's worth support flash for whoever else pursuits. But yeah, everything across the board pretty linear in terms of runes. We do have Ignite coming out of mid lane, so that's something to watch for.
Yeah, something interesting I also see is obviously it's very flexible. I see a lot of people go with the red smite, but I actually prefer the blue smite on Rammus. The slow down and when you're running at them is really nice. And ghost a little bit, but looks like he's actually going to go for red smite and flash on the Rammus.
Yep.
Do you see some action
trading?
Yep. But everything pretty standard other than that. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of some chunk down over here in mid, trying to engage a little bit. But it looks like Silas is actually going to go on top, but Swain also hitting a really good snare on the Rel and the Kai'Sa at the same time.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see the top lane matchup between the Swain and Silas. I think it's a matter of Silas getting to a point where he can just push Shogath out of lane. But some early jungle presence could just disrupt that entirely. Olaf padding top too, with no wards down yet.
Yes, Silas definitely has those really good gank setups for Mailbox to be able to come in, but it looks like also we're going to have a little bit of a fight in the mid lane. They are bringing him down low, but Vladimir looks like he's going to be able to get back early. He does get a little bit of lifesteal off, but we do see Amphropod coming up to this top lane. Looks like the axe is thrown to slow. Zuko actually has to flash, but the knockup coming through is coming in, and it looks like they maybe get the first kill. Yep, the Amphropod down with the kill on Zuko. Mailbox trying to get away, but it looks like he might just get away, and the axe thrown by Amphropod gets the double kill on the Mailbox.
And that is not what you want to see happen.
We now have the Olaf with 2 kills on him in this top lane. Like I said, the Rammus pick, he tried to counter the gank, but it looked like he was just a second too late on it. But yeah, hopefully they are able to come back in this, as it looks like Zed is under this tower trying to do something. He gets the Ignite off, and Garner also getting Tia down. Wow, on the spot with a sub mid laner. It does look like actually Mailbox is going to try and come in here. He does connect, and it looks like he might hit the taunt, but Amphropod is still close by. They are going in on this, and another axe throw by Amphropod gets the kill on Mailbox. Just the disrespect axe throw coming everywhere for this man. He cannot miss.
Not like this.
Well, it looks like Zuko's actually going to try and get a little bit of engage on Zealot, but it looks like Zealot's going to be able to back off just a little bit, and Zed is going to have to back here. Did get, I think, a tower plate off of that. No, he did not get a tower plate, but it looks like we do have drag coming up soon. So Zealot actually taking a lot of damage from this Silas. He really does need to respect the Silas. Like, Silas still has the good early game.
Yeah, but I mean, on the side of OTS, this is exactly what you wanted to see happen. You're playing to your win con, the early game. If you go even or just slightly ahead, I don't know the game. With the comp, I think UPS has a better comp. So 5-0 start though, and almost a 3K gold difference at 5 minutes.
Yeah, they're definitely shutting down the Silas top. The Tristan is going to scale anyway. There haven't been a lot of opportunities to kind of go down there and get to the Kai'Sa and Rel, but Kai'Sa and Rel, obviously very safe lane, honestly. But he is actually, this Olaf is getting early ganks off, being able to capitalize on it, and Mailbox has been kind of caught out, but it looks like we are going to have a little bit of some trading going on mid lane. He is going to commit to this. He hits level 6. Is he going to get the death mark? He gets death mark off. He's going to try and get a little bit more damage. He has nothing, and he has to go into the stasis. That is the stopwatch pop. So,
and that's early value, you know. Get rid of the stopwatch. But we
It
see
looks like JT
Olaf
is gonna
having
hit
around.
one. Oh, Rune does not actually get the engage. We do see the flash coming out from JT to prevent that. JT is running a little low on mana here, so he's going to have to preserve this a little bit better.
Olaf rotating bot. Might be looking to take the Drake.
Yep, and it looks like Rune's not going to let him get it for free. Nick is going to have to jump out with the Tristana. Was able to get out before the 5th Plasma Strike, but it looks like Olaf is going to solo this Drake. The Mountain Drake is the first one that gives a little bit of armor up to the Dragon and gives your team a really good advantage in the early game, giving you a little bit more resistances.
Yeah, just start stacking the Drakes. That's all. I mean, like I said, there's all the lanes were pushed up. There's nothing else that he can do. Take the Drake off the board and then farm your jungle. Keep pushing the advantage.
Yeah, we see almost a 3k gold lead on the side of, well, it is, yeah, it's pretty close to a 3k gold lead on the side of OTS right now. Only 7 minutes in. So UPS is going to have to do something really soon to try and get this advantage back in their favor. You know, bot lane trying to push in, they might get a back off, but it looks like Tristana is actually going to get her early Noon Quiver and boots here on the bot side.
So if you're UPS, what's your saving grace here?
I think your saving grace is definitely this Sylas and this Vladimir. You know, Vladimir and Sylas scale very well. Obviously, you have Sylas's very good late game. You have a lot of AP damage, actually, as your carries right now. But I don't see this Kai'Sa. You know, she could scale on her own. She's going to be doing fine. There's not a lot of tanks for her shutdown.
Rotating tops. That's
but
they
they
in
are
trouble.
rotating. Looks like Cho'Gath is going to try and get something started. Will he get the knockup? He does not get the knockup, and it looks like a flash out of Zuko. But you see Zed going in. He's going to be able to get away, but nope, the engaged death mark is going on, and it is going to pop, and that is a kill for Garner. The Zed getting another kill. This very big value pick. They got rid of the Talon. He said, well, gonna bring in a different assassin for you, man. So, but yeah, I think the win con right now for them has to be they want this Kai'Sa to scale up. You definitely want this Vladimir to scale up. Very hard champion to kill once he gets some tanky AP items in on him. But we will see what happens with that mid lane. If I'm looking actually towards Mailbox to try and get some good engages in here. A lot of lanes pushed up on his team, but Olaf is going to get the Rift Herald as Rentato is going to go in.
Yeah,
he's getting actually closer to Nick. He's probably going to get this kill, and that is done for that Rel. The engage, not the best engage I've seen. He jumped forward, but he probably should have jumped backwards, and Nick was able to get the bomb on him. Cho'Gath does miss it, but Amphropod once again just cannot miss an axe. He's going to go down on him. He actually ults. Looks like he is going to be able to get out of this alive. Yep, just taking the turret shot. Used his ult to heal up a little bit, but we are seeing a lot of tower plates taken down here by this Tristana.
Yeah, 3.7k gold lead. Nick's CS, by the way, is on point too with 84 CS, 85. So you love to see it. Like I said, it's OTS. They came. They came.
Yeah, they
to
came
conquer.
to play today, and especially Nick, man. Like, Nick switched to mid lane. He was a bot laner last year, actually for UPS before it was called Mailbox's Angels. I know he was in particular very excited for this game, playing up against his old team, and it looks like he came to play. He's going to show them that, hey, maybe you made a little bit of a mistake in that bot lane. Maybe you should have kept me around a little bit. As it looks like Zed is gonna, no, it looks like he's gonna be able to get out a good amount of harass though on the Vladimir. As it looks like Zuko is gonna try and engage, does not actually land the W onto the Cho'Gath, but he is actually gonna land the Kingslayer on him, and it looks like he's gonna continue to go in. Will he take the ult? No, he does not take the ult, but Mailbox is actually gonna make an engage mid lane. He gets the kill onto the Vladimir before he does, uses the dead mark on the Rammus. Rammus gonna use the ult, and it looks like he might be able to get out here. The death mark, no, he gets the kill off and gets the kill, does not die to the tower. The Rift Herald is going to be dropped mid. JT coming over here as well to try and help him take this tower, and that will be the first tower going over to OTS while these tower plates are also still up. All 5 tower plates.
That was disgusting. You know, goes in, they're going to get another turret off that too. They
And
should
I
at
think
least.
that Nick also just picked a very good counter pick into this bot lane. You know, he really knows Runeado's playstyle, as it looks like the ult is going to be stolen by the Swain. He uses the ult off too. Swain going to pop him before he can even use the ult that he stole, and a TP coming in from John. It didn't really need to come in there, but still in the mid lane, you want to be able to push those waves in. As the dragon is going to be spawning, looks like Runeado is actually going to be coming up a little bit to see if they can stop this. Mailbox is just clearing his raptors, kind of doing a little bit of some cheese. I'm actually a little bit behind, I just realized too.
Yeah. I was gonna let you know you're like a half a second behind, but Runeato going in. All of them here on Amphipod. He's gonna have to flash over.
The gravity being used. It looks like he might be taken down here. Yep, the shutdown going over to the Rel. Not the best thing you want in the world over here, but it looks like the Tristana is going to be able to finish him off though, as it looks like the pop's going to come through as my game freezes once again. And looks like they're going to go on top of the Rammus, and but Zuko actually gets the shutdown onto the Zed. That is 700 extra gold going his way. I think he's going to leave with his riches, though. He's not going to try and go in on this Cho'Gath.
Yeah, I mean, 2 kills on the board, but I'm surprised they didn't rotate for the Drake yet. It looks like they're going to be coming to get that. I feel like Zealot could have started it, and then... oh, I guess he doesn't have his ult up yet for the stack. But 2 kills. They're not completely shut out.
Yeah, they got to find a way to stop this bleeding, though, man. This looks like the Cloud Drake's going to be up, and Amphipod's moving towards it. They're probably going to be able to take this, but...
Yeah, they can't... UPS can't even step up to contest this, like, at all.
Yep, as we see, they're actually going to try to. He was able to jump over the Swain stun, but it looks like they are still going in on this. Runeato going to try and get a good engage off, but he's just caught left out, and it looks like they are going to get a kill on him, and then they hand it over to the Tristana. That's going to be a free Drake for them, as also Mailbox goes down.
Yeah, like I said, they can't step up at all, because they literally, it just, you know, that happened.
Yeah, I don't understand why they only sent 2 people there. Like, if you're going to commit to that, commit to that. You're going to have Zuko up in this top lane. Like, they win almost off that, but it does look like Zed's going to come up here to try and take care of him.
Yeah, and mailboxes are too. They sent 3, but that's not... He got blown up. Flash having to be blown.
Like, can he get in here on this? Nope, nope. They are going to go in on this, but he uses Zed's death mark, but he is going to go down, and it looks like both of them are good. But Zuko actually with the outplay. Can JT and Cho'Gath answer this? The knockup coming in through, and he gets the heal from the Kingslayer. My game freezes again. It looks like he's gonna
no.
Yep, and Cho'Gath going in, but it looks like they are just going to go back and forth here. The knockup misses. JT gonna have to get a little. Not JT. Zuko gonna have to get a little bit out of here, but it looks like they are gonna give over the kill to Zealot, as Drought and Runeato are gonna try and push in this bot lane with the 3 people being up top.
Yeah, and I mean, we're only 14.5 minutes into the game. I just realized, I'm looking at this. I'm like, you know, where do they go from here to push their tempo? Maybe Baron. 14 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, we already have 20 kills, but Runeato is going to try and engage, but Tristana able to jump out. Like I said, this is just the perfect pick into this Rel. Every time she wants to go in, he can just back out. He's getting some good damage out on Drought, too. You're just going to have to back off, man. There's not much damage, but it looks like Mailbox is going to show up, too. The flash coming through, the Gravitum coming through from Runeato. Why every time is there a fight that I have to have my game freeze? But it does look like JT is also going to get a follow-up return onto the Rel. Every time there's a team fight, my game likes to freeze.
Drought having a flash out.
It looks like, but Mailbox is coming back in on top of JT, and they are going to give the kill over to Rammus. The bone's going over to him. Silas is going to try and stop this take on. Oh, he does actually. He steals Swift Herald. Does he get the? He does get the eye as well. And it looks like the Vladimir's going to try and go down, but nope. It looks like they are going to use the death mark. Amphipod going down. Will Mailbox be able to do anything to Guan? But it looks like Guan's going to have the upper hand here, and he does with a double kill.
Winnable. I don't care what you say, who you are, what you're doing. Winnable. The fact that he stole the ult and then stole the Herald, huge. Nice play out of Zuko. But it is just a fiesta. We have 27 kills at 16 minutes.
Yeah, it is absolutely insane right now how well OTS is playing, especially whenever they've been practicing for so long with Henry and expecting him to be their ADC. Nick moving back down to ADC, they get a sub that I don't think anybody in the league has really heard of. I barely heard of the dude. And he's been playing out of his mind on this Zed.
Yeah, but one of the big things is also how much momentum Zuko maybe getting caught out here and blown up.
Yep, he couldn't get the kill onto the Tristan. He was really close, but you got a Cho'Gath right there able to also help and deal with you.
Yeah, the one thing is too, you were commenting on the kills, but if you look like some Korean, there'll be 10 kills total and the game's just over because the macro is so good, so clean. 23 kills and they only have 2 turrets down mid lane because of the Herald. Granted, more should fall right now, but they're getting kills, but nothing else on top of that.
Yeah, definitely in the side of OTS, this game pretty much almost should be over for them. It looks like it's just been a bloodbath, but you know, anything can happen. Like you said, like usually in Korea and China, the game would pretty much be over at this point. You know,
but then again, we are in AVG. We're all just trying to have a good time. 55-point cap maximum.
Yep, as the Silas is going to look like he's going to try and go in here on the Swain, but he does get stunned, and he's going to be backed off. My game freezes once again. I'm really enjoying this.
Payment received.
Quality content.
But again, this has been just a great performance on the side of OTS.
Yeah, something to note also is that UPS has actually not taken a single turret.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to do it when you're down 7k gold.
Yep, as we see another kill go over to JT. They gotta find a way to stop this bleeding, man. Like, UPS, I keep wanting to call them mailboxes angels, but UPS is really just continuously going in, maybe finding one pick, but then their whole team just dies. And it looks like they're even going to try and contest this dragon. It is their Drake. You definitely don't want someone like Tristan and someone like Olaf getting an Infernal Soul, but you're just not in a position to do this. And it looks like they are going to try and engage. Silas making the big dick play, as it looks like he is going to be backed off. The Gravitum coming in from fucking Runtato. It looks like they might be able to get the pick off. Yep, Zuko on, and he gets the double kill. He's going in for more, as Amphipod might be in trouble here. He does use the blast cone, but it looks like Runtato's going to try and follow this up as he's attached to the Rammus. They're going to try and tower dive him. He is not able. He is healing up a little bit as Runtato does use, and Zuko gets the second kill.
Oh my god!
Down top this, as it looks
here
like
comes Zed coming to clean it up.
Yep.
Oh, and just like that, they're gone. They're gone.
Yep. There is a Rift Herald being dropped, though. They cannot take the first tower, too.
They cracked 3/4 of a turret.
And 1 second, I'm going to... after this Kaisa play, and it looks like also Drown able to get a shutdown. But it looks like Drown is going to die for his sins over here. 1 second, August, I'm going to have you probably have to do a little bit of the majority of this while I try to figure out why my league is lagging
hey,
so much.
Take your time. It's fine. We have an ace going over to the side of OTS. 30-12. 8.3k gold difference. I would like to see him start setting up for vision here. We only have that one control ward in the top bush. The rest of it is really dark. But it looks like they're all pinging to come set that up on the side of OTS.
Yeah, I tried to close out a bunch of stuff. Let's see if my game can actually keep up for it. Maybe it was having the Twitch stream open. I was trying to read comments at the same time, but
yeah, my client bugged the other day, my first game of so they're trying to rotate for Silas, where I think you just start posturing for Baron. Oh, unless he gets caught out.
Be able to catch him out right here, and it looks like they are going to go in on him. Zuko definitely have to go down to Amphipod as my game. Why? Right. Indie company over here. Fix your damn replay client. But they are going to try and get this Baron right here. As it looks like they are going to just try and clear some bot side while they get the Baron. They're going to try and just get this bot tower.
Yeah,
Best they can hope for. They cannot contest this.
To the side of UPS.
So they will have the Baron buff. They are moving their way down to the top tier 2 turret.
Yep.
All 4, and Zed will be pushing in mid by himself. OTS has just had complete control on this game.
Yeah, and I mean, I think they just march it down and end it. Although they didn't take the resets. I don't know how much gold they're sitting on.
No, but Runtato
Engage
is going to
coming
go
in.
and try to get the the Gravitum off. But it looks like they are just going to get some good damage off on him. He does get stunned up by the Swain. And then Vladimir going to come in here, try to do some good damage off, but not too much to be found, as it looks like Zed is going to be caught out. And we will see if there's a little bit more. No, looks like they're both just going to back off and try to respect each other a little bit. Maybe the Cho'Gath might step up a little bit more, but they have more of the Baron-empowered minions coming in through for them. Oh,
Yeah.
Looks like... Oh, no, big engage over here by Mailboxes. It looks like Drown's going to come in with the ult. Killer Instinct coming through. And they are going to have to back off here. As that is shutdown going towards the Rammus. They are just not funneling gold into the right people on UPS. They funneled the shutdowns into
crazy.
Rammus and into the Rel.
That nothing is more satisfying to watch than someone setting up the Kaisa to hit the ult. And it actually like connecting, just the timing. I saw it the other day in the EU championship game. I think it was game 2. Oh baby. Say I had to,
Yeah, I was
I had to
actually
pick up, I had to
watching-
leave. I had to leave work, left early. Felt sick.
I was actually watching a stream the other day of Sneaky, Doublelift, and Medius. Don't know if anybody's ever heard of them. Kind of low-name names in the LCS. But they were talking about how they don't think that anybody should be able to set up Kaisa for her ult, and that her W cooldown should just be lower, but it takes out all the excitement of having a Kaisa on your team. Alright, like, that's just not fun. It's like,
Yeah,
they do have
we
it set up for
see
drag, but
the Drake dance.
yeah, they're trying to fight for vision on this drag, but immediately all vision that's being set down is just going to be cleared over here by the Swain.
And
you know, having the Oracle
although
boost.
this would be so much easier if they were able to take a turret. Oh, Zed and Mike
Oh,
getting
look like-
taunted up.
Yep, looks like this might just be a cleanup. Rune actually trying to use the Gravestone to suck some people in, but they're using the stasis on the Swain, but you're going to have him go through. Swain actually being able to clean up here after he gets out. The stasis coming through on the Vladimir. Zuko actually in the backline trying to get something done. He is able to heal up a little bit, but not going to be able to get much as it's a triple kill coming out through Nikolai. Welcome back to bot lane, Nikolai.
I'm gonna be honest. I just saw Swain just, heal back his health bar twice, and I'm not
Don't you
okay
love
with that. I'm not
Yeah,
okay.
don't you love that? I'm telling you, clients breaking, champs healing over half their HP, Riot Games indie company, it's all good. So this
The
might
game
actually still
should
the end
be
of this
over.
game.
We
Yeah.
have
We do actually
Rammus,
have people
Kaisa,
coming
and
up,
Rel.
so Rammus is actually going to try and engage onto the Zed. It looks like everybody's just going to try and back off. Kaisa actually does hit a W onto the Swain, but should not be engaging here. But it looks like they are going to try and catch out Zuko. Zuko kind of caught out by himself over here, and it looks like Zed's going to go through. Runtato
no.
actually able to engage, but Mailbox is now down.
no.
It looks like they're still trying to go over here. They're going to clean up, but no, they actually are going to clean up by themselves.
game?
Can you 1v9? You cannot! Triple kill over to the Zed. I am so far behind, I just realized.
They're padding their stats.
Yeah.
I don't approve of this. And that's game right there. We have 58 kills coming out in 25 minutes.
Yep. That was
Wow.
a banger on the side of OTS coming out strong. I don't want to call anybody out. I won't name names. But there was this particular person that had this team rated the 7th place team in the league.
Yeah, it was motivation. Merely. Merely.
But we do actually have the captain of OTS coming in, John Zelot, the Cho'Gath. How's it going, man?
Pretty good, brother.
That was an exciting game. 58 kills, John. My heart.
Yeah, it was.
My heart.
There was a lot of fighting that game.
Yeah.
So as we know, we had him join the stream. He helped us a little bit out with pregame commentary. Henry being out for the first game for OTS, we had to bring in a new player, Nikolai back down in the bot lane. Was this everything that you expected? Because I'm not sure how much practice you guys actually got in with him. So how you feeling about this substitute you guys had to bring in?
So I've known Jenner for a while, and he was somebody that I had considered as a mid laner for a while because he fit within our point limit. But Henry actually came back as we were preparing draft for this game, and we were planning to play with him. But then Jenner was here and said that he would be here if, like, in case he was needed. So super happy with how he played. This is Nikolai and JT's first game together, by the way. So we kind of drafted towards that, knowing that we had to adjust a little bit. Draft was a bit hectic, but yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like everything was just going perfectly for you guys in the early game, especially in that bot lane. I was noticing very heavily. I'm not sure if you planned this out, but it seemed like Nikolai's pick on the Tristana was just the perfect counter pick towards Runtato. And knowing that they played together a lot last season, did Nick feel pretty confident going that into Runtato's rel?
I wish he'd told me about it before the game, just so that I would have had like an idea of what to expect. But no, like we got to the draft, and it came time to draft the ADC into the I believe it was the rel, and he was saying over and over, "Gimme Tristana," and I just had to be like, "Okay, are you sure?" And he was very, very confident about it, and I'm really happy with how he played.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, you said that was their first time playing together. They both had champs they're comfortable on, JT on Swain, Nick on Tristana. Great game, a lot of kills. Do you guys think you could have tightened up your macro?
Absolutely. With this particular comp, we would have had a lot of difficulty sieging. But yeah.
No, it makes
in optimal scenarios, we would have had a hard time sieging, so we were really worried about it.
Yeah,
awesome. Well, go ahead.
Well, that's all the questions we have for you right now. I'm really happy for you guys, especially having the sub in. First game of the week had to be rescheduled, so congratulations, John. Looked pretty clean. Looking forward to OTS's games in the future. Have a good day, man.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
So, you want to close this out, August?
Yeah. Are we not? We don't interview the other captains, yeah? Have I been gone that long? Oh my god. Guys.
We don't interview the other captains anymore. We
Guys,
don't.
I'm so sorry.
I feel so sad after
Oh
the game.
no! But hey,
we do wrap up here.
Yeah, guys, take it away, Red Panda.
Dude, it has been a blast casting with you again, August. Thank you for putting up with me with Riot Indie Company's fucking bullshit client freezing on me. But I hope you guys enjoyed the game. It was definitely a banger. Come back. Tomorrow, OTS will be playing as well, as we got some more games coming on this week. See you guys then.
freeze cold wind fills my lungs uptight. I'm warm with you there on my mind. When I'm with you, the world seems bright. I'm lost in your beautiful eyes. But I don't know what you're thinking and I don't know what you're saying and I don't know if you'll listen to your heart. 'Cause in the middle of everything, you still don't say anything. I don't know if you wanna fall in love. All I know is I'm feeling like I'm airborne. Every time I see your face, I'm feeling like I'm airborne. Every time I see you, babe, we don't need no seatbelt sign. We're flying 10,000 feet up high with you by my side. 'Cause I'm feeling like I'm airborne. I'm airborne. Like I'm stand at the back of my head. I miss you when you're not there. My heart speeds up like caffeine hit. I still see you lying in bed. And I don't know what you're thinking and I don't know what you're saying and I don't know if you listen to your heart. All I know is I'm feeling like I'm airborne. Every time I see your face, I'm feeling like I'm airborne. Every time I see you, babe, we don't need no seatbelt sign. We're flying 10,000 feet up high with you by my side. 'Cause I'm feeling like I'm airborne. I'm airborne. Like I'm all I know. Feeling like I'm airborne. I'm airborne. I think that you feel it too. Way up here, the skies are blue. Just wanna stay up here with you, never coming down, never coming down. All I know is